Gentlemen, 12-round, 147-pound championship of the world. There's the line right there, right at the top. There's the line right there, right at the top of that. Touch them up. Good luck. Come out at the bell.
Tonight's event is also being broadcast on AFN, the American Forces Network. We welcome in the nearly 1 million men and women of the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines stationed around the globe in 175 countries and on the high seas. We are so proud to have you with us. We hope you're enjoying the fights. Thank you and bless you for all that you do. The bell in round one, scheduled for 12 for champion Shawn Porter's IBF welterweight crown. He's in the red, white, and blue. Undefeated challenger Kell Brook in the red with gold and blue.
Kell Brook likes to fight at a controlled, precise pace.
Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez last year. Ali versus Frazier in 1971.
Pat Russell, many believe, will be a central figure in this as well because Shawn Porter fights with a rough style. There's a nice counter.
Yeah, counter left hook by Brook.
That's important for him.
He says he's just as strong as Shawn, if not stronger. So he's looking to counter shot and fight his fight at his pace.
Nice jab from Porter. We also saw a nice right uppercut by Brook Allen. That could be key for him throughout the fight as well. Porter coming forward as expected. Has Brook in the corner. Brook clinching, doing the veteran move, and
Porter wants to make you feel uncomfortable in there, and that's his mission.
Stiff jab by Porter.
Yeah, Porter using that punch a lot more early.
And again, leading with the jab, but doesn't follow up. There's a lead right hand by the champion. Oh, nice stiff right by Brook.
Both guys are landing their shots, the shots that they throw the most. Shawn comes in leaving with some left hooks and some jabs, and Special K has a great right hand that he's been landing all night.
Yeah, good point. They're both doing some of what they want to do early in this fight. We're getting a good feeling of what this fight's going to look like.
Yeah, Brook composed and focused, catches the champion coming in with that left hook. Again, undefeated. At 32-0 with 22 wins inside the distance, the champion Porter 24-0-1 with 15 wins via form of KO or TKO as he hunts down the challenger. Final 10 seconds. A good start here to our main event between Porter and Brook. Nice shots there by the challenger as we go to Al Bernstein's keys to victory. Former IBF welterweight champion Devin Alexander, the man who was supposed to face Kell Brook on 3 different occasions, never came to fruition. He's now ringside watching Shawn Porter, the undefeated champion, make the second defense of his title against the challenger from the United Kingdom. And Porter coming forward with the jab.
Porter feels his speed is going to be too much for Brook. We'll see if that's the case.
Working the body is Porter along the ropes as they clinch. At a very young age, he was just 4 years old when he first entered a boxing gym. He was a former high school football player who weighed 165 pounds at the time out.
Yeah, amazing. And he's worked his way down, as you said, to be a welterweight. I inadvertently mentioned that Brendan Ingle, who is Dominic's dad, was a trainer of Kell Brook.
165.5 pounds and fought at junior middleweight for the next 14 fights. And now taking the fight to the challenger, Kell Brook, keeping him at bay, Daniel, with the jab.
Yeah, well, Kell Brook is still fighting calm. He's going to come in, leap in with a wide hook or something, and he's going to counter him with a straight right hand.
But a stiff jab by Brook.
That seems to me hurt Porter.
Yeah, I think you're right. It made an impact at least.
Another jab to the body by Brook, again remaining calm under pressure. Misses with the left hook, and the diminutive Porter going to work downstairs with body shots.
Yeah, Pat Russell trying to make a good determination on when it's right to break them.
It seems as if Kell Brook has a cut on the left eyebrow.
There's a left hand by Brook, under a minute left in the second round.
And did that.
And referee just mentioned headbutt.
Yeah, okay, clash of heads, so.
And Al, I'll let you handle that one. I kind of screwed up the last time we were in the early rounds.
Nice right by Kell Brook.
And Brook working away on Porter. Porter going to the body as the chopping right hand by Brook.
He's going to wear you out. It's best for Brook to just hold on and be calm, not try to rumble and wrath with Shawn Porter.
So again, blood trickling down the left eye of Brook. Porter continues to strafe the body of the challenger.
Stop punching. Take a step. Break. Watch your
we get set for round number 3, I want to mention the California State Athletic Commission randomly drug tested both fighters 2.5 weeks ago in Las Vegas, where Brook finished up camp at the top-ranked gym and where Porter now lives. And Al, in England, the British Boxing Board of Control randomly drug tests every fighter. I behoove the American commissions to unite and do the same.
Since he's a lower fighter, it's best for him to stick to the body because he's already close to there. So I think it'll be beneficial for him.
Nice right hand a moment ago by Brook. He's going to have to get off first a little bit more, I think, and not just counterpunch.
Minute gone in the third.
Let him go.
And the cut has not been reopened yet. Of course, it was caused by a clash of heads, not a punch. Kid Galahad is a super bantamweight contender in his corner. There's been many great fighters. Errol Graham from that place. Gal, now the blood is flowing again.
Yeah, Brook first entered that gym at the age of 9.
Don't put that elbow.
But Brook is putting up the pace with the jab and his punch count.
Brook had a limited amateur career, having his first fight in the unpaid ranks at the age of 12. Undefeated, though, as a professional, and facing the biggest and stiffest test of his career in an IBF eliminator against former WBA welterweight champ Vyacheslav Senchenko. Good exchange.
Yeah, after a great performance by Hatton, but Senchenko knocked him down. Of course, Senchenko lost his pedal.
Nice stiff right hand there by Brook. 15 seconds left in the third round. Brook measuring up Porter. Porter avoiding the jab, the long jab of Kell Brook. Nice right hand by the champion behind the ear of Brook.
You can't tell what's in someone's mind, but later in the round, that's the right hand again from Kell Brook that has landed from time to time, and a beautiful counter left hook.
Neither he nor Porter have been knocked down as pros as we get set for round number 4.
Well, this is the round to do it if he's going to predict that. But it seems as if Kell Brook is, and he's landing that right hand at will almost.
There's another counter right by Brook, staying in front of the champion.
Can he land it with enough authority to keep Porter from these attacks that are sometimes effective?
Well, it's going to be hard with Porter, especially since he's coming in slipping like that. I mean, he has Mike Tyson-like moves in there.
Porter very disdainful of Brook, saying, I don't really see anything special in him. But we'll see if he feels that way after the fight.
Stiff jab by Brook, followed up with a nice right hand. Pat Russell intervenes.
The hard part for the judges is going to be determined what's effective punching here. You know, the attacking of Porter, counter punches by Brook. What's working? What's actually landing?
Jab by Brook, offsetting the timing and rhythm of the champion, who's fainting now.
See, one thing I know about Porter is he has a great offense, a great arsenal, but if need be, he can get on the back foot and use that jab and box.
60 seconds left in the fourth frame. Brook coming forward with a 1-2. Body work by Porter.
And he is not throwing that many tonight. He's thrown 75 so far in this fight. He might want to pick up the pace with that punch.
30 seconds left in the fourth. Show stats. A look at the jabs as Porter goes to work on the body again.
He wants to make that a larger edge. It's an important punch for him.
Nice right hand down the middle. Follow up to the jab. Basic fundamentals. Porter roughing up Brook along the ropes. Former all-conference high school junior and senior running back and defensive back at Stowe Monroe High School in Akron, Ohio.
And also Juan Manuel Marquez was here with his fighter Daniel Estrada. Very much interested in fighting the winner of this match.
It's going to be a rough job. I mean, I don't think it's going to be as rough as the last fight was for the referee. Because Shawn, he's his own referee. He breaks his, he breaks in the clinches and he roughs you up and does what he has to do.
And what's going to happen here? There's the jab.
Stiff jab, beautiful jab by.
All right, free up the hands.
Well, I can tell you one thing that I'm impressed with Porter is his tempo. He's able to keep this tempo all rounds from round 1 to round 12. I mean,
Conditioning is never a problem. He's been spending time in a hyperbaric chamber as he launches that missile-like right hand.
Right there. Watch your elbows. Free up that hand.
By the way, that cut was just called. Oh my! There's the talk about a counter jab.
Minute and a half left in the fifth frame.
Nice right hand by Porter. He is starting to by Brook, excuse me.
Yeah, you're right. In between the roughness, he's looking in those little slick shots, and it's very effective. If it can be good for an investment for the later rounds.
Coming up on the final minute of the 5th round, Brook keeping Porter at bay with the jab upstairs and then to the midsection. There's another jab. There's a right hand. So the slick boxer from Sheffield.
Porter also is mixing up the jab to the body and the head, which is giving Porter some issues.
This is a rough and tough fight.
Long distance 1-2 combination executed by the challenger Kell Brook. Over the top, clubbing right hand by Porter again. Leads with his hand as they clench at the belt. The challenger Kell Brook cut under the left eyebrow with a minute left in round 2. Ruled an accidental clash of heads. The champion Porter suffered cuts around both eyes in 4 of his 6 most recent bouts.
And Kenny Porter, the trainer of Shawn Porter, he insists him and advised him to throw more jabs and more combination. We'll see if he does it.
Yeah, great advice in the corner, really. Telling Porter not to get tied up on the inside if he can avoid it. Porter
going on the attack.
One thing you have to love about Brook is his mannerism. He has a cool, calm, and collective just tone and pace about himself, kind of like Bruce Lee.
But when he's able to land that jab like that, he's effective.
Yeah, Brook very focused in the center of the ring, busy with the jab, staying at a distance, able to weather whatever storm of strikes Porter has landed. Although there's Porter now with a series of left hands to the face as they are again at close quarters now. Brook has Porter along the ropes.
I think Pat Russell's going to have to talk to Porter about some of those right hands behind the head, though.
And again, a series of left hands as he holds the right, or make that the left arm of Brook.
And you see the face of Shawn Porter starting to be marked up a little bit from some of these punches.
And again, Daniel Brook really finding a home on the champion's face with that jab. Now Porter utilizing some footwork again, going to the body, making that investment, hoping that it pays dividends down the stretch. Last 6 fights, so both of them are now bleeding. 10 seconds left in the first half of this championship bout.
Up the belt.
Philly sheltered momentarily by Porter.
Either of those would cause the closing of this fight, they would go to the scorecards.
Brook was cut with a minute left in round 2. Porter cut under the right eyebrow with 40 seconds left in round 6. The same place he was cut against Devin Alexander in the 4th round.
Great body shot as we just seen from Shawn Porter. He's been investing a lot of hard shots in his body shots, but once again, he needs to be aware of that 1-2.
Plenty of aggression here from Porter again, going to the body.
You got a free hand, punch your way out.
Forehood.
Mo, it's very important that judges differentiate between aggressiveness and effective aggressiveness. Porter hasn't been that effective. This is why, because Brook keeps holding him. With the exception of that 6th round, Brook has negated Porter's aggressiveness. I've given Brook 4 of the first 6.
The question is, will they be able to? Now there's a nice jab again stopping Porter. Who will they view as the most effective fighter in terms of the aggressiveness of Porter or those Brook counter punches? And now this fight's being fought a little more at long range, which is difficult for Shawn Porter.
Right hand to the body by Porter coming over top as Brook clinches. Coming up on the final 60 seconds of the 7th.
Close round though.
Very close round.
Right hand clips Shawn Porter. Now Porter back on the attack. Brook trying to smother that attack, Daniel.
He also needs a counter shot because he can't just block the whole
nice
fight.
counter right uppercut by Brook, who now goes on the attack in the latter stages of the 7th round. And there's that uppercut by Kell Brook, and he was clipped by the left hook of Porter. Good action in this round. In the red, white, and blue, the challenger Kell Brook in the red with gold and blue. Mauro Ranallo along with Al Bernstein.
And so far, Kell Brook has comported himself quite well in that ring. He's showing people here why he's a top welterweight.
Counter left uppercut by the champion Porter.
I'm very impressed with the strength of Kell Brook. I didn't think he was going to be as strong as Shawn Porter, but he's holding his ground.
Referee Pat Russell giving him a stern look, saying, hey, call for the break, don't punch. There's a chopping right cross by Brook.
All right, both you hold it, don't punch.
Porter is really using all of the swing and fighting mostly from the outside. There he walks into another jab.
Free him up, Shawn, free him up. Let that hand go, step out.
Another three-punch combination by Brook, a minute and a half left in the eighth. Another good combination by Brook. The bigger Brook turning the tables on Porter. Referee Russell calls for the break. 45 seconds left in the eighth round. Stiff jab by Brook.
Just a little bit steam coming off the punches of Porter.
Pushing some of his punches a little bit right now.
Indeed.
Working the body is Shawn Porter.
Interesting round, and one that I think Kell Brook probably should have won. We'll see how the judges feel about it.
Break, step.
Lobbying to get Dave Paris from the UK to replace American judge Steve Morrow, who has judged multiple Porter fights. There's a stiff left hook by the challenger to kick off round 9. Living and training in Vegas since the rematch with Julio Diaz. But he's still stoked about Johnny Football and LeBron James in Cleveland.
He is a fan.
You know, I would hate to be a judge in this fight because
I agree.
You know, Brook is landing it seems to be the more clearer and effective shots, but it's Shawn Porter's just overall output and aggression.
And Porter has thrown over 120 more punches.
Double jab by Brook before they clinched.
A lot of blood coming from the right eye of Porter, and again, nice short left hook.
Short left hook.
To be honest with you, I might even disagree with that a little bit, our show stat numbers, because I think that the precise punching of Brook has been a little better.
Again, just a barometer.
It is a barometer of what's happening, yes. That's the small detail work that
double jab, right hand, fluid combination by the challenger, now roughed up in the corner, and Porter now going to work on Brook. A lot of these punches are being smothered, Daniel.
Yeah, it is. It seems as if he's just relaxing, he's breathing.
There's a stiff jab that stops the footwork of Porter in his tracks.
We'll see how well Shawn Porter can close.
Free up those hands, punch your way out.
We are through 9 rounds of this IBF Welterweight Championship bout in Carson, California.
Time, no punching.
The bell goes to begin round number 10. Undefeated challenger Kell Brook looking to join super middleweight Carl Froch, super bantamweight Scott Quigg, and bantamweight Jamie McDonald as current British boxing champions. Of course, Porter wants to remain one of 15 American champions.
Well, I see the last couple of rounds, especially Porter, very aggressive, moving his hands, very little effective punching. All fight long, the cleaner shots have been landed by the British challenger.
Hard to argue that
Watch
point as kind of like
break, step out.
threading the needle as Brook, while weathering the storm, the attack. There's a nice short left hook as Porter came in again.
To a wall, like he can't figure it out anymore. The power punches is lessening, and it seems as if Special K is getting stronger. He goes through these little lapses here and there.
Good instructions from referee Russell. You don't need me to break it up.
Porter has been 12 rounds in 4 of his last 5. Of course, he's undefeated in 12. Well, he's actually had a draw in 12 rounds against Julio Diaz, which many people believe Diaz won.
Porter attacks the body under 30 seconds left in the 10th round.
See, in these sequences, not a lot of activity from Shawn Porter.
There's again that short left hook by Brook. Porter going to work on the body. Final seconds of a rough and tumble 10th round. We're headed to the championship rounds in Cali. And a good shot there by Porter. One time nursing a shoulder injury, looking to return later this year. As we begin the championship rounds, round number 11. And so far, Kell Brook acquitting himself well, having one of the longest camps of his career as Porter goes on the attack again. When all was said and done, he's been in training camp for this fight for 16 weeks, says Kell Brook.
A long time.
And there's a nice 4-punch combination by Brook. Our unofficial score, Steve Farhood gave the last round to the champion. But it's still a 2-point edge on his unofficial scorecard for the challenger, Kell Brook. They're chopping right over the top by Porter. Brook walking down the champion. Takes a step back, lands the 1-2, Daniel.
Porter's always going to remain dangerous. Still giving it their all.
Conditioning has not been a factor thus far.
Absolutely not.
Great shape here is what it's been again, and aggressive. Bobbing and weaving was Porter before coming in the inside. Oh, there's a nice sweeping left hook by Brook. Oh, and a right cross clips the jaw of the champion by Brook. Brook doing a good job of landing his shots here in round 11. Feinting by Porter before he comes in. But again, not throwing any punches, Daniel.
Not throwing any punches. He needs to pick up the count. But Special K is closing the corners. He's cutting it close.
We are headed to the 12th and final round with the IBF welterweight title at stake. Winning a tune-up to prepare him for this, his first shot at a championship. It comes down to the final 3 minutes. Undefeated champion Shawn Porter, undefeated challenger Kell Brook. With Porter attacking the body, now feinting. Brook lands the jab and blocks those shots.
And Steve Farhood shows us his unofficial scoring.
Lunging forward is the champion, Porter. Brook measuring up there, launches the jab, attacking the body, counter right hand by Porter.
His own physically with Porter, and he has been.
Good combination by Brook on the break, attacking the body now as he leans on the champion. With Shawn Porter's IBF welterweight title up for grabs, the undefeated champion upset Devin Alexander before vanquishing Paulie Malignaggi, and they now exchange as he puts the title on the line. With 20 seconds left, it looks more and more likely that it's going to come down to the 3 judges at ringside to determine the victor. Who will walk away with the IBF welterweight championship? Will it be the champion Porter, or will it be the challenger Brook, who's on the attack in the final seconds of the fight?
In favor of the winner by majority decision, and the new